Welcome back, everyone, to Pontus Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 4, Episode 9 of War of the Rings. We're playing with all the expansions, so we've got Warriors of Middle-earth on the table, Lords of Middle-earth. We are playing the Council of Rivendell. It's kind of interesting because it has the mechanic of starting the Fellowship a little bit differently. So we're going to jump into round number 9. Before we do, quick shout out to our channel sponsor, Pontus Fathom Press. We've got the Psychoanalysis of Rillier, the Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth from the Catu Journals and of Lovecraft's Providence. We've also got our podcast series, Volume 1, H.P. Lovecraft, Frank Herbert, Philip K. Dick. Future versions of this, volumes of this, are coming out later this year. You can go check out our Patreon for more info and some excerpts there. And you can check out some essays that we've got across the Tolkien world in that space. Also, upcoming updates to this channel: Joan of Arc gameplay, miniature painting, Song of Ice and Fire. I've been putting off that Targaryen starter set painting. Also, I've been doing a lot of model builds since the Japan trip, so go check out the links. Let's jump into round number 9. So first off, we'll grab our dice back. We also get to put... So now that we've got Treebeard in the mix, we've got Saruman is in the mix, we've got Aragorn in the mix, and do we have Galadriel yet? No, we do not have Galadriel yet. We have the Witch King in the mix. So the Witch King, let's double check on those dice that we've got there. So, we've got Gothmog in, and we've not got the Balrog. And then do we have a die here? We do have a Shadow Faction, so we can use the Shadow Faction die as well. So got a couple of dice outstanding here. Let's jump into it. So we'll grab our starter cards, and we get Mirror of Galadriel, Thanadul's Archers, and the Stone of Irich. So we got them. Looks like we're not going to be able to play those dead men, so I probably will discard that because Aragorn has already passed them. I don't know if I think he landed in Dol Amroth, but I guess he passed through. He could have activated them, so I don't know, it's up to you guys. I probably will just leave them out for now. Isildur's Bane, Wild Hillman. So let's go through that. Let's get our dice rolled, and we can jump into gameplay. Gonna put our eye here, and let's go into it. So first up, we've got, let's look at those dice. So we've got a recruit faction. Oh, we can recruit a faction. Let's recruit these the dead men. So we can actually recruit a faction with this. We'll go ahead and recruit a faction, and we'll go ahead and bring those on. So that's cool. We just were talking about that. So they start with these two armies there. So we can also recruit a new figure. We'll do that in the next turn. So let's go ahead and let's do a mustering action for let's do an army action. I'm going to bring this army down. Actually, I'm going to leave behind one of these, and I will have this army come down one, and then we'll also bring we're leaving them in Orthanc, I guess, for now. So that's fine. Let's go ahead to our let's do our fellowship. Let's have the fellowship move again. So we can bring that die. Now there's actually an eye for this. I don't know why there's an eye on that die. So let's just go and look at the rules for this die here. Lords of Middle Earth. This I believe is the Gandalf die. So the eye of Gandalf so I guess we have to add that die to the pool. So unfortunately we add this to the pool. But we're still going to move the Fellowship. Let's do the roll for them. And we are okay. And let's go ahead and let's see, where are they actually? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm almost there. So let's go ahead and leave that as it is. We can go ahead and let's check some of our cards here. We've got the Deadman Army. For the trees, if Gandalf the White is in play, you may use a muster recruit action to result to play Treebeard. Okay. Where is this card? Oh, here's the Ent figures on this card. When the shadow player uses Saruman's Voice of Saruman, we get to play those Ents. So let's move all Ents. How do we move the Ents as well? Let's move all eagles. Let's go ahead and move all eagles. So we've got, we're going to move all of our eagles. We're just going to bring these eagles into play here. We're going to bring them down into Mordor. Okay, so we got those eagles in play. Let's go ahead and go to the shadow player. Again, they will muster their troops down. Oh, sorry, they will use an army again. And they will move these troops in here. They can also move a second army. They'll move these in this way. So that's their second army move. Let's have our, this is actually goes in there. Let's have our, let's have them play a card. The free folk can play a card. And we have I don't think we need this one. The king is dead, out of the high air. Okay, we moved all eagles. It also says, roll a die for each eagle in the region upon the Nazgul they bore. Roll a die for each in the region up to 5. For each roll a +4 to eliminate 1 eagle and 1 Nazgul. So let's go and roll 2. We've got 2 Nazgul here. And we get to remove 1 Nazgul and 1 eagle. So that goes ahead. I can show you guys these. We actually remove a Nazgul and an eagle. So sort of like the eagles are fighting against the bigger powers that tend to overwhelm everything. So great, we've got that out. Let's go ahead and go to the shadow player's turn. They're going to bring on board another shadow character, the Balrog of Moria. So they will spawn the Balrog of Moria. here, we will go to the, let's have the, we will also play another muster to muster moving the Stone of Erich, playing it on table. We're going to add these 3 ghosts to this. Every time you play a muster action, die result, as a diplomatic action to advance a nation on the political track. Okay, so that's good. We have more nations to advance on the political track, so let's keep that in mind. Rohan is, actually Rohan was not at war all this time, so let's just spend 2 die to make sure that Rohan is at war. Okay, and then we can add these guys. So we moved Rohan to at war. We should have done it a while ago. We'll move these guys here, and maybe they can start to march later. So we can discard that one. Upon the Nazgul, they go discarded. Okay, so our, what is this die? This die is a faction die. Let's see what this faction die is going to do for us. Trying to incorporate some of this faction play just to keep it different. Recruit or draw faction. Well, we got to recruit another faction, I suppose, right? Recruit or draw faction event. So we can recruit another faction. We'll recruit the spiders. Let's get all the factions on the board. So now we've got the spiders, 1 in Dol Guldur and 1 in Minas Morgul. So we've got the spiders on the board as well. Let's go ahead and move to the free folk. They are going to move the army forward like this of the ghosts. And they can also move forward this army here from Fangorn. Back to the shadow player, they will play musters. They're going to move these into here, including this, and they'll move these here. So we've got those moved up. And then we have a Will of the King, the Will of the West. Let's just check any special things that we have to regard from Gandalf or Aragorn. If Strider's in Minas Tirith, you may use Will of the West to replace Strider with Aragorn. Yeah, we've never actually done that. We've got Aragorn on the board, but we didn't replace his figure. So here's Aragorn. And we're going to replace him with the mounted Aragorn. So now we've got the mounted Aragorn on the board instead. So we'll replace him here. And that should be fine. Back to moving our Nazgul, or we're using a leader. We can bring a leader onto the board. I will bring aboard the Mouth of Sauron, the Black Numenorean. Mouth of Sauron, let's see what he looks like here. We will use this one for the Mouth of Sauron here. Mouth of Sauron brought into play. He gets brought into play. Oh, we can't bring him on until they're on the track yet. So let's not do that yet. Instead we'll bring on. Well, instead we'll just move. Why don't we just move these guys down here? Actually, move them to Fangorn, and they're going to come from behind here. and join this army. And then we can do a leader move. Let's move this into Orthanc as well. And then they have a last muster move. Let's have them move the spider up into here. Shelob can move up into there. And that's going to do it for the rest of the turn. We will see you in round number 10. So thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.